with the tanky junglers only. But
Yeah.
the Xborg is a little bit tanky, but I feel like tanky in the sense that they can provide some utility. Xborg doesn't provide any utility. His only job is to like go boom and blast. He's more of a burst fighter. So I think Raiden needs to go back to his roots. Man, come on, this is the Fredrin meta. You can become the Fredrin. You also have the Earthel on your end, so you could actually provide it. So I definitely think they needed a lot more crowd control if they wanted to pick up the Kadita, or if they were gonna pick up the Xbox, they needed a mage that could have range, basically the Farsa, or they needed a mage that could have at least CC, because Yuzhong was not it. But yeah, Yuzhong was a good pick. They could win the lane, but Romcom was also hesitating because of the fact the team was going lacking behind. So yeah, I think they need to stop putting in so much respect to the XP lane, and but I mean, because if you're gonna put so much pressure, you're just gonna get pressured back because it puts you in the defensive spot. Like I always say, they bend our XP lane so much, but at the end they got dominated by Deadly ultimately. So what's the point, right? I think they need to stop putting so much respect on Deadly because that makes them feel submissive to him. Like, yeah, we are actually, yeah, because they're like, we're very defensive of your EXP lane,
Yeah.
right? I think they need to get over their fear because EXP lanes are dominant in the meta right now. That's a fact. But except for Lapu Lapu and Uranus, they have to make sure they find ways to counter out the other EXP lanes, because if they don't do so, they're going to be falling off behind. And this is just the Swiss stages, guys. The teams that are in the playoff, they have already won it. They have already qualified. They have not even been close to elimination after all.
Definitely. Let's see this game around if it's going to be a clean sweep or Team Divine Regime actually fighting it back and not picking up those traps this time. Could be there. But why the Selena getting bad continuously though? That too from Untitled. Come on, Daki. I want to see a Selena from you. It's been so long.
I think she's like, she has maybe some beef with you. No, Pichi, you won't see my
Oh my
Selena.
god.
Just kidding. Just kidding. I think it's more of the sense that maybe they don't want the opposing team to pick it up either, right? So they're just waiting it out. Sorry. But yeah, overall,
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to what's going to happen on this draft strategy. But overall, seeing that they have the first pick, it is possible we might see a Uranus.
Oh, let's say that they are definitely Untitled are keeping it open for themselves, I feel like, and they can commit for the into the Uranus for themselves. But it's Nishan. Come on, Deadly. I really like him playing the damage fighters more than the tank fighters.
I think so, yeah, definitely. And Eunice is both damage, sustain. He got everything right now. Body is like fully jacked, fully cracked, fully broken. I feel like Eunice is definitely top 1 EXP for sure. Especially considering the fact that you don't need any items. You're basically healing from level 1. That is insane amount of sustain that you can get. And I think Untitled will most likely lock on Uranus right now. If not, I would definitely recommend Divine Regime to be picking it up, because the utility that he can provide with his being a nuisance is just really insane.
Definitely. Let's see this game around if they are able to get it. Yep, as expected, Uranus already there. They were keeping it open for themselves, but this time around, Divine Regime, what are they going to pick? I feel like they won't be going in for some kind of a counter for the Uranus rather than let Uranus do his own thing and we'll also do our own thing, but trying to focus towards the front laner more.
I think they can right now go for. I'm not really sure. I honestly think they should have banned out the Uranus. I don't get the point of the Gatot Kacha, because, yeah, the Gatot Kacha can be played into a roaming position, and yeah, you know, who was the roamer again? I'm sorry, Joker. Yeah, Joker is really good. Okay, finally, Romcom. He's getting into his route back, and obviously they also pick up the Granger for themselves. But I'm honestly looking forward to how it's going to turn out, because obviously they don't have the Matilda anymore. Last match they had the chance to pick it up, but they kind of threw it. And let's see if they're going to be able to do something this time around. They can pick up the Rafaela still. It synergizes well. They have the free revive in just in case the Aethel, of course, decides to go ham on the Brendan. So I think that's something that they need to look out for. But of course, the Minotaur is going to come back, and I feel like the best option to definitely would be to respond with the Rafaela. What do you think, Peachy?
Rafaela. could be a good thing, but this time around, Team Untitled are going in for those beefy frontliners, so they do need the heal. Okay, for Brendan, yes, they would be needing, but no, I, like when I was mentioning Uranus, the counterplay part, I did not want to see a CC in this game. They could have went in for another tanky kind of a composition though. What could have been such a good pick though? CC works. In my opinion, CC, yes, it does works, but for in this game, I want something to melt down the Minotaur. Make sure that the Minotaur doesn't comes in, because Minotaur is not going to be the first one to enter with the Minolan Fury. He's just going to wait and watch. He's going to scout all the bushes. He's just will be waiting to Brendan to come out, the Peekaboo to come out, and then strike. So they didn't have to stop the Minotaur. On top of that, Nishan, he would be there. We need a little bit of a more CC to stop him.
Yeah, exactly, Peachy. And I feel like that's what the mistake is. They could have picked up the Gatot Kata, Gatot Kacha for themselves. So um, I'm a little bit doubtful of Divine Regime's draft this time around. But hey, last time I was doubtful of Untitled after the Matilda. Maybe my doubt is the curse, right? But yeah, jokes aside, I think honestly, going very old school and going committing to the, what do you say? Hylos would have been a good option for a simple reason. You don't need to win your lane. You just need to
Yeah.
defend your lane. And in the team fights, basically the Hylos would be the main source, because obviously there's no Matilda. So Hylos with obviously Glorious Pathway with an ambush play, they could have caught up to the Irithel. At least slow the Minotaur down as well. So I feel like those were possible reasons, because the CC, she's a little bit of a weird pick in this meta right now. She has damage, but she's extremely squishy. She can be bursted out after the Vengeance is obviously popped off pretty easy, because you're not going to keep your Vengeance until you're 30% HP. Most of the CCs use the Vengeance as soon as they drop down to 70% HP, which is obviously pretty predictable. And this is what I was talking about, because they could have picked up the Rafaela, bro. Like,
Yes.
I don't really understand the, like, why Indian meta is not prioritizing Rafaela. Is there something wrong with like not committing to the healer? Because the Baksha is banned out, guys. You don't exactly have an anti-heal.
I know, right?
Why commit,
Oh,
like, healers are
crazy.
better, bro.
Come on, man. They have to watch me play the Rafaela, then the whole Indian community will be convinced. I'm kidding.
Definitely, absolutely.
Anyways, all this going around, looks like Team Divine Regime will be the first one to pick up those mates for themselves. Rafaela right here could be a good thing, but mobility marksman onto their opponents and picking up a Rafaela could be a little bit of a deadly thing, though. I mean, Shane could just dodge in. Shane will be dodging in. Will be there, but I'm not sure why Shane did not commit to the Harith, even though Harith is open.
Oh, good point. Good point over here. But Harith against the Fredrin. Good. Actually, no, never mind. It's actually good. They have the two heavy frontliners as well. So that just basically cements the fact that they're gonna have good. Okay. Hey, why did you say Harith, Peachy? There's already a goal later.
I mean, yeah. I mean, why not the Harith as the first pick rather than picking up an Irithel?
Okay. Oh, my bad. I mistook your question. I'm sorry. My bad over here. My bad. But yeah, Ducky's gonna go for that. Lilia. I love Ducky because she has been pulling up with good picks, like creative picks overall in this tournament, and she's making it work. Okay, she's making it work. So low key rooting for her. But of course, we're obviously rooting for Divine Regime as well, and they're going to be adjusting immediately, and we're going to be seeing the action coming in. And I feel like the Lancelot is going to be cherry on the cake because there's a lot of squishy targets. The only one that's tanky is Raren, and he's going to be sustaining all by that Angela himself. A little bit of a doubt, but let's say the execution is what matters.
Oh, Angela, Lilia, the CC as well. Okay, interesting lineup coming up from both the sides. Here is the draft for you guys. So do comment which team has the better draft. And also one more question for you guys. Will Untitled pick this up in a clean sweep or not? Let's go into the land of Dawn. Here we are, game number 2, the most crucial game for Team Untitled. The same goes for Team Divine Regime as well. If they
Yep.
can pick it up, Third game, here we go.
And of course, into the casting desk is going to be your beautiful Peachy, and I'm going to be joining. It's myself, Ray. So let's dive into the game and see the action unfold, because of course, this is the elimination round, ladies and gentlemen. This match is going to be mattering so much for both of these teams, especially for Divine. I mean, both. But yeah, Divine more, because if they lose this out, Untitled gets a clean sweep and they survive in this brutal Swiss stages. And Divine Regime will unfortunately go home. But let's see if that's the case, or they can push back. So far, already some aggression into the map by Untitled. They have improved quite a bit. Their aggression is on point.
Ooh, early game. You're talking about Taki with those gloom balls. So why not make those aggressive plays? Okay, look at that. Peekaboo Predator might be the first blood, but flickers out of the way. Rauren jumps in, trying to take a knock up as well as a taunt. Peekaboo Predator leaving in the sliver of HP. That could have been just a deja vu from the game number 1 so badly.
Absolutely. You know, we would have almost saw the, what do you say again? God damn it. Like, it's deja vu. Yeah, what am I even saying at this point? But overall, so far, we're obviously not going to be seeing any action until the Turtle Pit comes in, and that would be the main deciding factor over here, and the main factor that would consider how the pace of this game goes. Because once the snowball starts coming in, the domination is a little bit hard to make the possible, Yeah, you understand me, yeah?
Yep,
You
yep.
understand me, yeah?
That's true, that's true. So far, no first blood coming in, but the total is up. You're talking about Rauren as well as Sunshine. Want to make sure to get it on, but before that, Rauren looking for the first blood. There's Lilia with no level 4. Rauren into the front lines. He can actually make the play, but this time around, wait a minute, Joker jumps in. The Appraiser Wrath is there, but a little bit early on with Peekaboo Predator committing towards that feather airstrike. Oh, there's quite a few ultimates already used up, but hey, Joker though getting immobilized by the threads of fate here coming in from Angela. But Retribution, who's gonna get it? Retribution, that would be the Rauren who gets it. Romcom had missed 4 people right there. Sunshine with the zing, trying to make sure he will be getting his targets, his victims, and the first one would be the Farsa. Look at that, the middle lanes is there. Appraisal Wrath already coming up, and Aerie never hesitates, gonna get that kill.
Yeah, so far so good for both of these teams, as they kind of are in the equal grounds with the 2-2 score. But it's pretty clear the Turtle goes into the hands of Divine Regime. Maybe they're able to do something this time around. Deadly over here, of course, being a little bit of a nuisance. Not little bit, a lot of a nuisance, because of course it's Uranus. He's being Rauren with that. Okay, damage coming in from Peekaboo Predator this time around. Actually able to burst out the Uranus. I was honestly expecting him to survive, but that's good. They get a proper trade.
Okay, Divine Regime with this time around have that early game aggression towards their hands. They can actually make those kind of a play, and they can commit to it given the fact that it is a Fredrin onto the frontliners with the power of healing, the love, the Angela is just really coming through. Let's wait and watch if there's any more room for damage as well, given the fact that it is a Granger. The mid game to the late game is gonna get kind of hefty for them. But Untitled, for them, it's the late game. The early and the late game. Mid game, I feel like it's going down into the hands of Team Divine Regime. Look at them. They are, swarming around the bottom lane a lot, gearing up for the turtle. And top of that, I do believe Lilia just used up the flicker as well, and the black shoes. I'm like, oh, yep, I'm correct about that. But wait a minute. Peekaboo Predator committing with the feather airstrike. Appraisal Wrath will be evaded by Joker. Taki, on to the other hand, cannot commit to anything. Lack of resources is just not the way.
Absolutely. And we're going to be seeing the turtle fight coming in as well. And right now, they're going to be committing. Looks like this might be a possible another Rauren engage. But no, he's actually going to get taken down. Sunshine is the one securing the turtle as they kind of go back. They're really trying to zone out the CC over here. And they almost get her, but Romcom survives it with a nick of HP. And they're still going Peachy.
Joker with the flicker jump, he just made sure the Peekaboo Predator will be targeted as well as mid lane. This so far, this is the earliest mid lane been taken down, and mid lane, I'm talking about the mid lane. So that means there is going to be the purple buff, especially the purple being opened up for, look at them. I don't have to say it.
Of course, you gotta say it, Peachy, because right now they are leading again and again, and Raran is just gonna be suffering from not having the resources given up to him, and it just feels a little bit sad. But what can we do, right? Because after all, this is a brutal competition, and they gotta make sure they gotta step up their game. One thing I love is that like the outside of the map has that purple hue, and it looks like it matches the.
Yes, and it's look
Yeah,
beautiful. Like a
yeah, yeah,
sky.
yeah, absolutely.
And
It matches, yeah.
yeah, I really like that. The whole theme has been really looking good. And top of that, all the creeps have been gotten like an upgrade as well. But let's see a little bit of a pet going around Raren as well. That's cute. Come on, man. I It's been such a long time. We've been having all the anime collabs, and finally we are getting a standalone collab is really coming. Let's see if this time around. Oh, Deadly getting away. Raren with the retribution, making sure that the turret won't be taken down. But it's about time the turret will be going down as well.
Overall, they're gonna go for a possible commitment to the top lane. They're really trying to make sure to take down Raran possibly, but there comes the hard guard with the waves of those love symbols. But let's see how good they're gonna be able to survive so far. They are making good use of it, but let's see for how long, because there's a minion fury. The turret barely scraping it off, but okay, they're going good.
No worries, no worries. Look at them. The turret's still standing up, but on top of that, there's quite a high possibility buffs of Raran would be countered and taken away. But wait a minute, Romcom into the back lines is making sure Deadly is doing the same as well. This is the beauty of the EXP liners, but Raran with the retribution takes it away. You're talking about Deadly getting the Appraiser's Wrath, and on top of that, Romcom moves away with sliver of HP.
Barely surviving over here, right? But okay, they're the one going in for invasion right now. Pretty impressive work, but let's see.
Let's see though.
Okay, top lane though. Looks like Airtel is gonna be in a heap of trouble because she gets bursted out over here, and she's gonna get taken down immediately.
That's true. That's true. That's quite unfortunate, but the top lane will be taken down easily. On top of that, you're talking about Sunshine on a Lancelot though. I'm not sure why the Lancelot. Again, very good hero I'm talking about, and mobility wise he is good, damage wise he's also good. He's able to reach up to Peekaboo Predator like it's nothing, like without any much resources, which is a good thing. But there's a lot of stoppage, there's a lot of people in front of him blocking him, plus not getting this window of opportunity to make a retribution safely is also a concern. Divine Regime are really good at taking objectives, but Untitled, they do have the damage, they do have the frontliners. So it's just a battle, it's just a tug of war.
Absolutely, you've described it perfectly. And right now the score sits at 4-5. Divine Regime is kind of leading in that score, but we can clearly see the gold as well as the turret is pretty much in the dominance of Untitled, as they've secured all of the tier 1s, and that is going to be pretty hefty. But let's see how it works out. Okay, finally Brendan does get his hands onto that Malefic Roar, so Minotaur will pose to be a little bit of a less of a threat, but for how long, that's going to be the main question, right? So far the gold has equalized pretty much, and we'll see its effect pretty soon. But overall, I'm really excited to see what the Lord fight is going to be, because we are, just like you mentioned, of course the Lord engages. Lancelot has been struggling a little bit because of the positioning and everything, right? But we'll see the outcome of it pretty evidently.
Yes, sir. Let's see. This time around, Sunshine getting that retribution on without any disturbance is just what Team Untitled wants. But Raren, though, he's getting slowed down. For the Fredrin, the slows are really a problem. It's not the damage, it's the slows only. And Lilia providing it, which is really
Exactly,
looking
yeah.
good. And on top of that, let's see, Shane does gets the taste of the feathered airstrike, looking a little bit of a low, 50% of his HP. But I believe he does have the Hearth Claws, right?
I think
Uh,
so. We haven't
we
checked the
need item?
itemization. Yeah.
We need the itemization.
It looks like the team fight will beginning soon, so that's why we're not probably seeing it, because we're obviously gonna get the last engage possibly because the Lord's gonna be marching in. And okay, they're making some progress over here, but let's see what's gonna happen. There's the Winter Crown play from Fredrin on that hard guard, but looks like there's gonna be possible down because Joker will fall, and looks like this will be a very successful possible Lord defense that's gonna be coming in here from the hands of course, none other than the side of Team Divine Regime. But look at Peachy, they're still going in.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, Deadly and Lilia were tied up, right, by CC's bond.
Yeah,
They
I
were
think so.
trying to get away from each other. Oh, here we go. Items are up. And passport is definitely that. That's the main item you're talking about. And he's going to get healed up by just simple. But Brendan onto that Sky Piercer, though. I'm liking it. The fact that he has 10 stacks, possibly. I'm not sure if he picked her after the kill or before the kill. I did not notice. But let's see if that's coming in. But oh, wait a minute. Raren with that Winter Crown, he's just all there to soak up all the damage.
Exactly, and it worked out wonderfully last time. Didn't we see that? It was
Yeah.
pretty great. I loved it. Honestly, that was a great move. Like, just to make sure that possibly to just bait out all possible skills. As a basically he's a front liner since he's then. I think it was a really good thing to do so. But overall, we're gonna be moving to the 12-minute mark of the game. This is where most of the action will unfold, will change the pace of the game, because this is where a single mistake can change how everything goes, right? And let's see. In effect,
Yep, that's true. That's true. Let's see. 6 for 6, 12 minutes into the game. This really looks like a crazy game for me. Both of the teams are not crazy about. Oh, but we're deadly though. Moving, backwards towards the minions right when time and giving sunshine those minions to zing, zing, zing in and out. Look at that. But wait a minute. Rom taking so much damage will be the first one to fall down. That with sunshine. So, Brendan onto the back lanes have to move back, heal up, come back. The inhibitors are down. The minions are coming in. Deadly did a wonderful thing though.
the Uranus is just popping off right now. 76 score, and I think this basically means another possible clean Lord for themselves, or the Pterodactyl, if we might add. But overall, let's see if the Fredrin wants to commit to it, because I do see him hovering over, but obviously the zone out is there. They can't possibly commit to it. It looks really hard for Divine Regime right now. Let's see if they can possibly come up with a proper defense, because if not, they're going to be out of the competition, which is pretty sad. But let's see.
Yo, let's see. 7 for 6 on title, changing the tides. Deadly is spotted already, but there's no use giving him the damage. He's waiting it up. He's just, making sure that they will be having that lane pressure once more again. But mid lane, though, the tier 2 turrets are still standing up. I feel like they should go in trying to take it down.
Absolutely, I think they should. And if they don't do it right now, they might be able to just defend. But let's see how good that works out for them in favor. After all, they're going ham right now into the mid phase. There's a Lord coming in as well. Peachy looks like this could be the final end of Divine Regime.
No way. No way. Look at that. All already entered the Nexus. There is a Feather Airstrike giving so much AoE damage. But Raren thus gets the help of Angela. They take away the Lord. They taunt Darky. And oh my god, the appraisal rat really looking so good. Darky will be melted down. Next will be the Joker. Shane, Deadly, as well as Sunshine are the remaining members. They have to go back, and the base surviving with 100% of his HP.
I think they've done a really immaculate defense, but of course at the cost of losing both of their inhibitors. The bot lane is the only one standing, and that is gonna be really hefty work for them. I do wish I don't know. I'm supporting Daki over here because her performance is pretty great overall in this game, as well as Deadly, great EXP lane. But Divine Regime as well, like such confident guys, but right now they're getting stumbling, they're getting stuck in a position, and I feel like as we head into the 15 minutes of the game, basically one who slips is the one who falls, and we're going to be seeing one slight mistake from anybody's end right now. We might see the game go southways for either team.
Oh my, this game's really like, heart-stopping game for me. It's there into the hands of one title, but it's not there as well. Divine Regime are also struggling back. They are trying to make sure to get in those damage as well. But the Raren, he doesn't have the Winter Crown. He cannot make that same kind of a play. He is trying to deal damage, but in turn, 50% of his HP getting chunked down. Damn, that's a lot.
Absolutely. And I think it's just that the Fredrin is obviously not exactly the main tank, right? That's the main thing. And overall, Iritel is just you basically predicted it last match, right? Because like Fredrin gets melted out by the Iritel pretty fast. It's just that because of the Angela, he's been able to survive for so long. But just like you
Yeah.
mentioned, another thing, it's that what is it? Oh yeah, the Lilia, the blooms. They cause look at the amount of burst that he's receiving. Without the Angela, he's not going to be surviving. But what was that? Lancelot loses out on the 1 versus 1. This is basically a green light signal. No retribution. But Shane seems to be the one to be going for because they know that even without the Lancelot, they have the damage. They have everything in their hand. They can go if they want. So both of the teams are in a back and forth lift and switch, but here comes the hard guard, so that's a go signal for them. Romcom goes in with the curtain call, wants to take down someone. Joker almost getting taken down. There's the burst coming in from the far side as well. Killing spree for Joker. And right now this game looks like it's gonna be into the hands of Divine Regime instead. Just like I said, one crucial mistake can change the pace of the game. Romcom gets taken down. Lord Raren, you're low HP, gotta get out of there.
No way, Deadly. Deadly is trying to take down Ronan as much as possible. The Lord has been taken, the averted. But wait a minute, Peekaboo Predator admits that will he be able to go out of the way? The Flask of Faces is helping him to get back a little bit of a damage, but the heals are there. He's evading every single gloom possible. But Shane, though, oh, no, he got taunted on, and the appraisal rat onto him. What a game coming up, Divine Regime. Look at that once again. Sunshine with a re-engage. He thus gets Peekaboo Predator, but they have to move back to the base. The minions are dropping in. Oh my god. No way.
They have to
They
go
need-
back for the minion defense.
they
They
need
possibly
Rom.
cannot come in. Yeah. What is it gonna be? What is it possibly gonna be? We're gonna be seeing the answers
No.
pretty soon.
But
Oh, the Lord.
Sunshine will be taken the Lord, but Raren admits that he tries to evade that another hard guard coming in from him. He making sure to be surviving, but this would be the Joker who would be taken down first into this game. And on top of that, the Lord is coming in with base. Look at the base.
Oh my god, Brendan barely saving the base with everything he possibly can. And of course, Peekaboo Predator also joining in. Romcom right now trying to divert attention as much as possible just to waste some time. Trying to make sure that the team is busy and is doing an immaculate job at it. He is able to push back Sunshine and Shane as well. And right now, Raren and them, they will be able to save the Lord for themselves. And this Lord will still get defended out. This is just impressive work. I'm just going to be honest with you. Like, oh my god, how do they keep doing this?
That's true. That's true. Even despite the base going low, the Lord marching in, and yet they were. And during the team fight, the Lord, especially during the Lord, that Divine Regime are really baiting out all the resources. They are not going in for the damage exactly. They are waiting to bait out skills and then engage, which is a good sign. But Untitled are not falling back. They are
Exactly.
they are very aware of this tactic that Divine Regime are putting up for them, which is crazy enough. But looking at the itemization so far, Romcom one item left, and others are really already done with it, especially the marksman. And I like how Airtel swapped up the boots. What could be the possible? Oh no, the boots are back.
I think the boots was swapped out for an immortality maybe, or maybe
Oh,
they wants to
even
go
the
for
feature, maybe. I'm not sure.
maybe he wanted to go for something else, but realized doesn't have enough gold, so need the boots for now. Because the thing with Airtel is that you need the movement speed, right, to
Yeah.
really accommodate. So maybe it was a little bit of like, hey, should I get the boot? Should I sell the boot? And ultimately decided, yeah, I need the boot. You need the boot, boy.
Yep, that's true. But Romcom this time around, that was quite unfortunate to see him getting down by the minions. Though I mean, oh wait a minute, he did get spotted on. So much damage from that Lilia. 50% of his HP already gone. What is this crazy witch though? She's a little witch. Am I correct about that?
Yeah, she's a little witch. She's a little bratty witch. That's kind of her whole plot, actually. There's more to it, but yeah, I forgot. It's been a while, buddy. But yeah, let's say the game is an intense moment of anticipation and wait. We wait for the results to see what's going to happen in the next phases, because after all, this is where the decision making really happens. This is where we'll get to see the winner of this match. And possibly, if this does not go to a game number 3, Untitled wins it, and Divine Regime will unfortunately have to say goodbye to them.
Oh my god, this is going crazy. 20 minutes into the game. The games could be there into the hands of any members. What are we talking about? Lilia already there trying to make sure that they will be not coming in route and not getting that window of opportunity to jump back. But his retribution though, if he gets it on, the Lord is there. But if they lose this Lord, it's going to be a big problem. There's no anybody standing for them. But early a hard cut coming in.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, going in for a possible engage, Minion Fury, but the Winter Crown will be the saving grace. But overall, the far side Peekaboo Predator has to go back. Sunshine will get it down right and round, and it's able to make the play that their team needs. 2 people already down. Divine Regime might just be able to secure this Lord and get a game number 3. Daki is trying to do so best because the Blooms are dishing down the damage. Rodden has to go back, but there's the Immortality, there's the Hard Guard possibly coming in. And right now, they might just be able to get the Lord. Look at the Uranus trying to divert the attention from Peekaboo Predator. Shane over here dishing out some AoE damage along with, but there's the Feathered Airstrike Lords getting secured, and the curtain call coming in from Romcom takes down 2 people at the same time. A possible full 5-man wipeout. Here comes the bonk, and a complete upset as full wiped out Untitled will not be getting a clean sweep tonight because Team Divine Regime will force them into a game number 3.
10 seconds. Sunshine is there in 10 seconds, but this is the Red Aura Lord you're talking about.
Exactly.
Will they be able to defend this
I don't
Lord?
think it's possible.
No.
I don't think it's
crazy.
possible.
If he does that, that's the game of the century right here. But okay.
Exactly.
Nah.
There's no way. There's just no possible way. There's just no possible way. One person
That's
cannot defend like this 5-man engage. That's why I announced the winner, you know.
Oh, what a game. What a game coming in.
And we're still not done yet.
Yeah.
We still have game number 3, guys. We still have game.
Divine Regime, what a clapback.
A full bounce back immediately. How did they even make it happen? This was insanity.
I know, right?
22 minutes in. 22
And
minutes in. This is
Brendan,
crazy.
look at his KDA. No one was able to touch
Oh my god. I just realized he had 0 deaths.
Yes.
This is insanity. How does he